Crush everybody else, just not yourself.
Okay, and with that sweet advice from the race official, welcome to my first video of my first ever race in the US, my first ever NorCal crit. Yeah, we had some interesting moments in the race that I want to show you, and some interesting behavior also of some riders.
And guys, let's all keep our skin today. Let's be respectful. You don't need to be an asshole today. Fuck you, Cal Aggie. Remember that.
It's 1 of 40 still.
I mean it.
So yeah, quickly enough, you can hear like the guy giving that speech in the start line. Very shortly after this little speech, he was doing pretty much all of the stuff he was telling us not to do, which I found quite funny. But yeah, I guess there are some people like that, so that's okay. But yeah, now onto the race. I got a front row start and I wanted to make sure I was in good position coming into the technical section of the course that we will see later. So yeah, I followed my buddy Keegan, who I met actually the day before this race, and we went on the front for a bit. However, we were really shortly after caught. But anyway, this move allowed me to be in the first position coming through the technical section, and then follow this rider that had gone off the front, and we were in front of the bunch for a bit, but not for too long, like right after passing the line for the first time. And yeah, so then we were back in the bunch, and there were some counterattacks right after. I wanted to try and test the field and see if any move could stick, because I know that I cannot do much on this kind of courses. This is the technical section of this circuit. I was really struggling with that corner, especially. It took me like more than half the race to figure it out, and I was annoying some people. Sorry guys, on the first laps, but yeah, I was learning. And yeah, the same thing goes for this last corner. It has been a long time since I don't do a race like this in a fast bunch, and when you have to corner with people to your right and to your left. So yeah, I was struggling for a bit with that. Then here, this is lap maybe 3 or 4. Every time there's a guy going up the bunch, it's smart to follow them. And then I see a small break out the front, and I see we're going into the technical section, so I try to close the gap, make sure I myself through the corners, and yeah, maybe go with this group. That didn't work.
Hey, Billy, what are you doing? I'm pressing my leg. Yes, weren't you the one saying that we should be nice and stuff? Shut up and raise your leg.
As I said before, some interesting behavior from some of the riders. Well, we go on. Anyway, next time, again, a rider goes in front of you, it's very easy to follow, and you're in a very favorable situation, especially when there's a group of the road that you can maybe reach up to. So yeah, they were spreading through across the road. They were slowing down, so I used my momentum and I tried to get a slingshot on them and maybe find some separation. And yeah, tried, but again it didn't work. And by this point I was starting to realize that it was gonna be almost impossible for me to get off the front of the peloton. But yeah, I still gave it a little try after recovering from this effort. Once more into the technical section of the lap, and again struggling. Yeah, I got crowded into the right and then lost my line, had to pull more brakes than I would have liked to. Then here again, trying to go on the attack, and yet again it didn't work. But hey, if you never try. And here we see my buddy Devin going on the attack, and I try to cover a little bit for him, jumping into this guy's wheel, and yeah, it didn't work perfectly. We went out of the front for a bit, but we didn't get any significant separation either this time around. Yeah, even if I tried, no, we didn't go much far. By this point, when we were quad once again, I knew that I was not going in a breakaway, so I tried to swing my legs as much as possible in order to be as fresh as I could for the sprint. And it was very easy to be on the wheels in the Peloton. I was doing very easy, like very low power, but yeah, the fight for position was a bit sketchy at times, and yeah, that's also another thing I have to work on. And now we're gonna see an example of this sketchy situation that you can find yourself in if you're not in good position, or even if you're in good positions. This guy in front of me, number 47 in Terun, I think coming out of this corner, he overlaps with the Mike's Bikes rider, and yeah, first of all, I loved and I really found funny the reaction to everyone around. But yeah, he was very lucky to come out in one piece after this. We are now 2 laps to go, and you can tell that the fight for position is getting harder and harder. People are more nervous and going more to the edge. Sketchy situation once again, same corner. Yeah, this rider was trying to take the outer line of this corner, but they pushed him way too far into the right. He went into the lifts, but yeah, he made a good job of keeping that upright. Here we are coming into the last lap. I'm trying to communicate with my buddy Devin here on my left in yellow. Yeah, he was willing to help me out a bit in the final.
Devin, you wanna help me out? Do your thing? You wanna help me out? Yeah. Is it want to go? Is it last lap? Okay.
Here, yeah, as Devin confirmed to me, because I was a bit lost, this was the last lap, and yeah, we tried to stay ahead as much as we could. As you can tell, it's very sketchy. People are going really hard for position now. That's my Garmin celebrating 1 hour. You can see Devin going, pulling me up, but getting shut down. Thanks anyway. And now we will try again in a short moment. Yep, there we go. It was really hard. We were going like 50 km an hour pretty much the whole time in this lap, and it was not easy to move up, especially for skinny guys like me and him. Now last time through this hairpin, and I saw in the corner of my eye some rider dive bombing me, and I had to go far to the right, and yeah, that really cost me. And then especially what really cost me is that the fact that now he's here in front of me, and now he lets a gap open to the guys in front of him. So yeah, we're now like less than 1 minute to the finish line, so I'm going pretty much full gas, going shutting this gap, then yeah, getting into these guys' wheels, and as we're coming into the last corner, I could not pass any more guys before the corner. Yeah, I stayed behind the guy in blue, and kind of blocks me here a little bit, and now I'm explaining this. Yeah, this is what it is. There's not much I can do at this speed in a flat road, and yeah, I come around these guys anyway for 8th place in the end, which is fine for me. I was racing pretty much with no teammates, and it's my first race of this kind in a very long time. So yeah, I'm really happy. I really had fun, and yeah, now counting the days to the next one.